Hello, welcome to this week's weekly wrap up. Today we are getting ready to start week 8. You have just a couple of hours ago finished up week 7, and I don't have a lot to tell you, so I won't torture you with my voice for very long, but a few things. The first thing that I wanted to tell everybody is good job on the wiki assignment this past week. I had got on tonight planning to go over the wikis and then show you examples of wikis that were functioning really well for this past assignment. But actually, every group did a great job. Now, not everybody participated in the wiki for each group, which is unfortunate, but those who were participating just did a wonderful job of responding to each other's posts with really thoughtful replies and helpful suggestions. So everybody did a great job this week who worked on the wikis for your groups. The next thing that I wanted to just remind you of is that um, you absolutely can contact me. I'm very happy to help you if you're having trouble in the class or if you have a question about something. A lot of you have been in the habit of emailing me pretty regularly, and that's great. I try to get back to everybody as quickly as possible. Um, but if, however, email isn't enough for you, just remember that there are a couple of options for getting a hold of me. One here, of course, is if you click here from our main page, contact me. See, that's me right there. You can get a hold of me by telephone, and you shouldn't be shy about calling, as long as you're calling within the hours that I ask you to, which is between 8 in the morning and 9 at night. Feel free to call my cell phone. If I can't check it, I won't, but usually I'll pick up and I'm happy to talk with you about a concern. If you want to talk about your writing and in a situation where it would be helpful to have your writing in front of the two of us, we could also arrange a time to talk over Blackboard via Collaborate. And if you haven't used that tool before in another online course, it's pretty simple. We just both get online. If there are just a couple of us, it's even okay if you don't happen to have a headset. But what can happen is not only can we talk on there, but I have the ability to bring stuff up on my screen and be doing things with it so that you can see it while we're talking. And so if you would like to have an online conference with me, just let me know and we'll try to come up with a time that both of us can confer online. The other option that I just want to remind you of, and this is in the course syllabus, is that I do actually have a office hour where I appear live and in person once every week. I'm there on Tuesdays from 10 to 11 in the morning. I'm also there actually on Tuesdays and Thursdays very early in the morning. So if you happen to have a Tuesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock class and you happen to be in the academic core building, I'm usually in my office by 6:30. If you ever want to stop by, I will be there and we can talk about your work then as well. I know that's not a really exciting time to get up, so I'm not urging you to come in at 6:30 in the morning. But if you happen to be on campus anyway and you want to talk about your writing at that point in time, I'm very happy to do so. Um, the last thing that I wanted to go over is just let's look at this week's weekly module. Da, 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 da. I haven't made it available to you just yet because I'm getting ready to add this video, but I'm going to open it up. Okay. Um, the one thing that I just want to emphasize to you is, in addition to all the things I ask you to do, there's this note that I think is kind of buried at the bottom, and I want to make sure that it doesn't stay buried at the bottom. Um, it is very important right now that you're continuing the research process. So we have we have crossed over that point in the semester where I'm no longer giving you assigned readings all the time, but instead you are assigning your own reading, and you should be doing that on a fairly rigorous schedule. We're working toward, well, this week you'll be submitting the proposal. Next week you'll be submitting the annotated bibliography, and in order to do the annotated bibliography, you're going to have to show evidence that you've located some sources and also evaluated them. So if you're not doing the reading process now, you're going to be behind for getting that assignment done next week. So I am collecting your proposals for you from you on Tuesday this week, and I will try to get back to you individually as quickly as possible on your proposals so you have some sense of where you're going with the assignment. Um, but it is very important that you continue to locate, read, and evaluate sources for the annotated bibliography. And really, between now and at least the time that you have a solid first draft of this assignment, you should continue to locate and read resources. That's very important. I don't want you to fall behind because you mistakenly think that you don't need to be doing reading. You do. Oh, the only other thing that I did want to tell you, and then I'll wrap this up, is that on this week's discussion board, Challenging Citations, this week I went ahead and enabled your ability to create threads in the forum, and I did that for two reasons. One is that I thought because of the way that this forum was working, that it might actually work better for you to create individual threads, even though it makes it a little bit more difficult for me to respond to stuff. I think it's going to help our discussions stay more organized. The other thing that some of you noticed is that when you're posting into a discussion forum and you're replying to people, you don't see your replies, and you're not the only one. I don't see my replies either. So one thing we can check this week is to see if maybe if setting it up this way allows us to view our replies. I don't know if it will, but perhaps this will be an option that will allow us to do that. So that's it. Again, great job with the wikis. If you need help, ask for it. I'm happy to help you. Keep reading, and a slight change in the discussion forum settings this week. All right. I hope you're all doing well. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep working.